Emily sat by the window, watching the rain paint soft streaks on the glass. It had been a year since her husband Daniel had passed away. The silence in the house was unbearable, filled only with the echoes of memories. Every evening she would sit with a cup of tea, staring at the unopened letter Daniel had left her before his passing. She couldn't bring herself to read it. Not yet. She feared that once she did, it would be the final goodbye, the last trace of his presence in her life. That night, something felt different. The loneliness pressed heavier on her chest, and she finally picked up the envelope, tracing Daniel's handwriting with trembling fingers. With a deep breath, she unfolded the letter. "My dearest Emily," it began, "if you're reading this, it means I'm no longer by your side. But don't let grief steal your smile. You have always been my light, and even in the darkness, I want you to shine. I know you, Em. I know you'll cling to the past, afraid to move forward. But there's something I never told you, something I need you to know." Her heart pounded. What secret could he have kept from her? "Go to the attic, look inside the old wooden box, and know that my love for you never truly left." With shaky hands, Emily rushed upstairs. The attic was dusty, untouched for years. In the corner, she found the wooden box he mentioned. She opened it, and inside was a small velvet pouch. When she untied it, something tumbled into her palm, a silver key. Attached was a note, "One last adventure, my love. Follow the address." Confused but intrigued, Emily followed the address Daniel had left. It led her to a quaint little bookstore in town. As she stepped inside, the scent of old paper and coffee filled the air. At the counter stood a man holding a familiar-looking book. He turned, his eyes kind. "You must be Emily," he said softly. "How do you know my name?" she asked, clutching the key tightly. The man smiled. "Daniel told me about you. Before he passed, he bought this place. He wanted you to have it. He said you always dreamed of running a bookstore, but never had the courage." Tears welled up in her eyes. She looked around, seeing shelves lined with stories waiting to be read, waiting to be shared. And at that moment she realized Daniel had never truly left. He had given her not just a gift, but a future, a reason to keep going. As she ran her fingers over the book in front of her, she whispered, "Thank you, my love." And for the first time in a year, she smiled.